Time to glow with Scarecrow.
It's time to shed. Sit back and take a virtual trip into the past to blow your mind. Remembering the things you loved, the past you've forgotten, and some stuff you even hated with the most talked about.
What are your thoughts on that Junkman guy?
The most controversial.
Daddy wasn't expecting that one from Junkman.
The most entertaining vintage pop culture YouTuber out there.
Oh, Junkman Popcorn Planet finally connecting.
And he's bringing along his friends. A narcissistic wampa.
I can't help it. I just wake up and I look this good.
A thug Wookiee.
I tell you, dog, that stuff's rickety, wackety, wackety, rickety, wackety, whack, whack, whack.
And an inappropriate alien comic.
And a spooky dead baby.
And a hyper teenage Jawa. From the junk room to your screen, it's time for That Junkman.
Oh yeah, it's time for the Junkman. I'm not muted, or it shouldn't be muted. It says I'm not muted. And we are here. No longer the action figure call-in show. We are now the Generation X, or the Gen X basement call-in talk show. That's right. Each week we're going to try it at least for a month or two to see how this does, and hopefully this will do better than the action figure show, where I couldn't get over 80 listeners. But you guys here always help me out. But if you're here on the live stream, there's no reason for you to listen to the podcast unless you just want to hear it edited down and better. But I was trying to reach a new audience with the podcast, but I don't know. It's hard to grow a podcast. On YouTube, kind of understand how it works. I know what I need to do, even if I can't always do it to grow YouTube. Podcast, I'm not really sure. I hate even talking about it because it's not like YouTube where I can link to a video. I link to a podcast. Oh, I don't have Apple. Okay, well, I don't have Google. And you got these people here use Apple. These people use Google. These use some other kind of podcast app I never heard of. So it's out there. So what is this new format? Well, it's to talk about anything that fits into the Generation X banner that we grew up on. Music. 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. We can talk about new stuff. We can talk about that Batman movie. I saw that. But today we're going to talk about 80s movies. Movies from the 80s. Now I want to hear from you guys. Maybe hear about some... Maybe there's some movies from the 80s that you liked that you don't really hear many people talk about, you know. I did a series, or not a series, but I did a review of a movie with Tom Selleck called Runaway. That was a great movie. Great movie. I don't hear many talk about that, and that should get a lot of love. I don't know why it doesn't. It's a really good. It's not saying it's the best movie of the 80s or anything, but it's a lot of fun. So Hopefully it'll take some calls for you. We're going to do this. Oh my God. Fan just blew away some of my cards. We're going to do this for about an hour. Take your calls. We've got 18. I like to get at least 20 people in the room before we move on. And hopefully it looks like some people are at least moving over to the live channel. If you haven't checked out the live channel, if this is your first time to the live channel, check it out. I know it's called That Junkman Live, and we do the live streams over here, and I do best of clips, like when me and Russ do a live stream. But I also throw up stuff that I just don't want to put on the main channel. I did a Picard, how season 2 Picard should have ended. I throw up some random stuff on this channel. More like I don't care what the views are. I don't care about this and that if it hurts the channel. I just like to, like to just throw it up. Chris, don't have that sound ready to go, but I do have this one.
Hey, I'm talking to you, pal. You're dealing with the meanest parole officer in this district. If you mess up one time, I'm going to send you back to the Slammer to make license plates. You got that?
There goes Chris, putting the number in for us. I don't even have it ready to put in yet, but so don't call. Well, you can call in a few minutes. I'm going to try to get us to 20, talk a little bit, at least 10 minutes, try to get the stream out there and stuff. Now, what was I talking? Oh, this weekend, Russ returns. Me and Russ return for the live show Saturday. If you hadn't joined me and Russ for that live stream show, it's a lot of fun. We go on 4 to 5 hours, sometime longer than that. We usually start talking action figure news, then we talk movies. And we missed we do it every other week, and we missed it because I was in Nashville. We got a lot to catch up on. I mean, I saw that Batman movie, I got to talk. I haven't even said anything to him about it other than I saw it. So I know he's probably going to want to pick my brain here with my thoughts on that. We've got another Obi-Wan trailer we haven't really talked about. We've got new figures probably we haven't talked about. We've got a lot of stuff we've got to catch up on. Hopefully we can get back to doing that bi-weekly, but it's really hard. It seems like every time something falls, something he has to do or I have to do, it always falls on that week where we're going to do a live stream. And I've talked with him. Maybe we might do a live stream on Thursdays, talk Obi-Wan. Haven't decided yet. I don't really do more current stuff like that. Maybe at the end of the season I like to review and talk about it, but and everybody does it. So I was like, why is somebody going to watch me talk about Obi-Wan? I just watched it. But I figure I can, you got those people that's going to hate it no matter what. They're going to find something to hate about it. Then you got those people that's going to love it no matter what. And I always feel like I'm pretty fair. There's some Star Wars stuff I like. There's some Star Wars stuff I don't like. The sequels. I like the first 2. Hated the last one. So hopefully I can, not bring my bias when I'm talking about that. But I'm going to play an ad. You've all seen it before. While I get the phone set up, then we're going to take some phone calls. I was hoping to get 20 viewers, but it says we're at 18. Hit that like button. It pushes it out there so more people can see the live stream. Don't forget, man, I got some news coming this Friday. We know, man, there's been a lot of major events in toy collecting history. I mean, you got the Blue Snaggletooth. You got Star Wars Benham's taking on the scene. The return of Star Wars. Not just Star Wars. You got Superpowers when they busted it onto the market. McFarlane Toys is probably another one. But this Friday, I got something for you guys that's going to change action figure collecting. You're going to be like, what? I've teased it before. I've teased it on social media. I teased it in the video yesterday, Friday. I'll have that video. I'm aiming for about 5 or 6 o'clock. You guys are going to want to see that. Now, that's not going to be my main video of the day. It's just going to be a little video about this thing here that's going to change. It's going to probably the most collectible thing in the toy market in years. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't know if you guys know, I don't see how you didn't know this. You watch my videos. I've been playing with a lot of camera angles. I got my GoPro, I got my phone. I did a security cam that was from my back yesterday. So I'm curious what you guys think. I hadn't got much feedback, so I guess that's good. I mean, I hadn't got, oh my God, cut it out. And I got some kinks to work out with it, and it takes a lot of time to edit those. Working 3 cameras into one video, and then all my mess-ups. So it takes a lot of time. But everything I've read on how to grow YouTube, people's like, change your camera angle. It gets stale just looking at one camera. And I try to do it with the live stream, so I can hit a button and do it here, but I can't get this to work as a webcam, this GoPro. I can't get it. I don't know, it's 5. I don't think it does that. So I was going to do my phone. I found a way to do it with my phone, but you can see the time and everything on the phone. It's weird. It's like a mirror. Anyway, spoiler, it's Junkman Potato Head. Uh-oh. I'll just say, get your wallets ready. Get your wallets ready. Okay, let me set up the phone calls, and then we'll jump right into them. So I'll be right back after I play this ad. Hopefully I can get it done by the time the ad goes away. Have you ever wanted to dress like the Junkman? Well, you can at junkmanmerch.com. We got shirts, all kinds of shirts, all kinds of colors of shirts. We got mugs, we got shirts, and all kinds of shirts. Pop culture shirts, Star Wars shirts, He-Man shirts, you name it, we got on a shirt. All different color styles, colors, long sleeves, short sleeves, V-neck, girdle shirts, boy shirts, all kinds of shirts. Did I tell you we had masks? That's right, we got masks, we got mugs, we got stickers, we got magnets.
We've got a lot more, but mostly we got shirts. Junkmanmerch.com. Look at all these shirts. And we got all kinds of shirts,
not just shirts about toys. We got shirts about retail stores that haven't existed in over 20 years. And did I tell you we have mugs? That's right, we got mugs, we got masks, we got long sleeves, short sleeves, all different colors. We got Junkman-related shirts, we got toy-related shirts. We even got shirts based on restaurants that you went to as a kid that they didn't make shirts of, but you always wanted one. Now you can get one at Junkmanmerch.com. We got all kinds of shirts, from Showbiz, Media Play World, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. If you grew up on it and you loved it, you can get it at Junkmanmerch.com. Sorry about that. I switched the buttons on my little thing and I forgot. Okay, we're here now. It's called Valentine's Transformer. Here's the phone number, 470-541-2423. Chris Cadwell put it in the chat. If you're new to the chat, if you just came in and you missed it, hopefully he can put it back. No sound. Hopefully that means it's old. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That reminds me, I need to get my headphones. Have you ever wanted to dress like Junkman? Well, you can at Junkmanmerch.com. We got shirts, all kinds of shirts, all kinds of colors of shirts. We got mugs, we got shirts. There's still no sound? Is there a sound now? It says it's not muted. Huh. Are we good now? Let me know. Working? Okay. Whew, y'all scared me there. Had to go get my headphones, man. Hello, it's the Junkman. Okay. Sorry about that. So we're going to talk 80s movies, but when we have a topic, you don't have to stick to topic. If there's anything else you want to talk about, maybe you want to talk about Blake 7. We can hear you. Spoonie Lee's here. Again, the phone number is 470-541-2423. We'll go to about 9 o'clock, a little past now, about 9:10, about an hour. And we'll hear from you guys. So, this is the part of the show where I just sit here and wait for someone to call. And I try to act like, oh, the phone lines are down or something. Don't forget, if you do call, turn off your volume on your computer or wherever you're watching me. That way you won't get any feedback and delay. We get that sometime. Whew, y'all guys are excited about calling today, it looks like. What if y'all all troll me? Y'all all got together to troll me and said, nobody's going to call the Junkman today. 30 people. Hit that like button right there so we can talk that. But again, 470-541-2423. Chris, if you can throw that up in the chat again, I appreciate it. Spoonie Lee, Octus, first call risky. It is. Nobody ever wants to be the first call. It always takes me forever to get the first call. Then people start calling. Oh, I hope the new format works better. I do too, Indiana Smith, but ain't nobody calling. There we go. We've got a call here. Let's see here. Let me answer this here. Uh-oh, allow. Yes, I'm going to allow that.
Call from
Blake's dad.
Okay, hold on.
Press 1.
I did press
to
1.
Send a voicemail, press 2.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me get my headphones plugged in here. I'm one of his Blake. I better not break Blake. Remember Blake, the little kid? Hold on. If you're on the phone, just they hung up. I said hold on while I get my earplugs in. Oh, well, our first caller hung up. Let me go ahead and put these on. Because apparently y'all don't want me to wait to put on my headphones. Oh my God, I feel like Geek the Gamer Kid. I feel like Geek that Gamer Kid. Your browser might prevent calls from ringing. I don't care about that. Okay. Let's see, what does this button do? Well, here we got a call right now. This is the Junkman. Thanks for calling the Junk Room. Who is this? Dittos. Paul was calling. Before we get started, let's make sure the room can hear. If you're in the chat room, can you hear Paul? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear everybody? Let's see in the chat room. Then we'll go from there. The chat room is usually kind of slow at getting back to me. If I can just somebody say, yes, I hear Paul. Then we'll jump on to your call. If someone will just say, no, Paul. They didn't hear you. We can't hear Paul. Okay, Paul, they can't hear you. Hold on a second. First call never goes good. It says everything's working. Always something, isn't it? Okay, that's muted. Say something now, Paul. Okay, chat room, can you hear Paul now? It's showing the little meter. It's showing that I'm hearing you in my ear. So let's see. Peter was the last one to chat. Someone in the chat, let me know if you can hear Paul. I don't understand this. Paul. Nope. Okay, Paul. I'm going to try something else here. Let me try something else, I guess. Let me re-add the phone. Audio input. Phone. Let me add phone here. Black hole 2 channel. Monitor off. That should work. Okay, say something now, Paul.
Hello, Junkman and everybody out there.
Okay, now in the chat, let me know. William, couldn't hear you, but that was before you said anything. So now, someone in the chat room, please tell me you hear Paul, please. We're just waiting on the chat. I don't think there's a Paul. Yep, Peter. Yep. Okay, they hear you now. I don't know what happened there. Finally. So, like we just took the call. You ready? I'm going to edit through this. Welcome to the junk room. Okay. Who's calling in?
This is Paul. Dittos, Junkman.
Dittos, Paul. Where are you calling from?
I'm unable to discuss the location of my hidden rebel base.
Oh, I understand that completely.
At this time.
Yes, I can understand. So what's on your mind tonight?
Well, 80s movies. Love almost all of them that I can remember.
There got to be some bad ones now. Come on.
But I really like Beverly Hills Cop, Trilogy, and Crocodile Dundee.
You like all three Beverly Hills Cop?
I do like all three, except number 3 is kind of really bad.
I've never seen 3. I've heard some things. I never did see it because I heard some things.
Oh, yes. If you have to watch it for nostalgia reasons. If you're watching it for a great movie or, Critics' Choice Awards, you'll be disappointed. But if you watch it just to see Eddie Murphy's delivery and Judge Reinhold is back in it.
Always good to see Judge Reinhold. And George Lucas is in
it. Yes, I like his movies. Yes, that's right. George Lucas is in it. And that always made me wonder. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't even think I've seen the second one.
That one was actually pretty good.
I hadn't seen the first one since the 80s. I need to go back and watch it. I have not seen that one. I'm surprised they hadn't brought it back yet.
I know. They were pretty good movies, and they had a huge impact at that time. But I guess I don't know how their staying power. I don't know how they decided they're not showing it very often, but
it's probably good. They'll bring it back. Eddie Murphy will have his daughter in it or something, and he won't hardly be in it, and it'll be all her movie. You know how they do nowadays.
Oh, one of those, yes.
It's so predictable now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't care to see one of those. No, I thought you meant like bring back the originals and just show them more on TV.
Oh no. But I wouldn't mind seeing a fourth. If Eddie came back, I would be interested to see what he did.
Yes, if he was in it the whole time, and it was a part 4, they would do what you said. It would have his daughter and all of that, but and then he would be a small role. He'd probably be the police chief or something like that.
Yeah,
and not out on the street.
He would tell her how to solve the case, and she'd be like, "No, ain't no man telling me how to do nothing."
Yes. And then they would wonder why it's a flop at the box office.
Yeah, but I hadn't checked out. I need to check back and watch them. I hadn't watched Beverly Hills Cop in a long time.
They were funny movies. I really like them. It makes me feel good to watch them on a summer day, and just remembering seeing it in the theater. I saw the first two in the theater.
Awesome.
I don't think I saw the third one. I think I didn't see that one until it was on some cable channel many years later, because it just wasn't that good. But
gotcha.
They were good movies.
Good
time, fun time in the 80s.
I lied and said I saw it in the theater because it was rated R, and everybody in the school I went to, in the class, they were like, "You saw that? It's rated R." And I was like, "Yep, I sure did. Eddie Murphy's funny." But I lied. I didn't even see it. I didn't see it until it came on HBO.
Everybody was talking about his stand-up routine when I think I was in high school, and I never saw a stand-up routine, but they were talking, "Oh, you got to see this. This is hilarious. Oh my gosh."
Yeah, I saw one, Delirious, and it was pretty funny back then.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, everybody was talking about those.
I'm going to jump off, take another call now, but I appreciate you being the first one to test out the phones.
Well, thank you very much. It was fun, and keep up the fun and informative videos. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for entertaining all of us.
Will do. Thanks for watching. You watch, I'll make them.
All righty. Thank you. Junkman 2028.
There you go. Thank you for calling in. Oh, look at us. We got another call already. See, I edit all this out when I'm doing the actual podcast. This is Junkman. Thanks for calling into the junk room. Who is this? Blake's dad's finally calling. Man, how's it going? What is it, a little Beavis? Man. Yeah, see, yeah, I was hoping he didn't. I was hoping he wasn't upset that I changed the format. We'll still talk toys. He can still talk toys anytime he wants to. Well, hold on a second. Everybody's telling me they can't hear you. I don't understand what's wrong with this thing. Now we got to start all over. Okay, hold on a second. It was working last call and I didn't change anything. Oh, technology. Let's try it again. Let me add it again. Headphone. Okay, say something.
I'm gonna start over.
Well, just say, hey, how you doing or something.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Junkman?
Okay,
this is Blake's dad.
Okay, let me see if anybody can hear. Okay, in the chat room, let me know if you can hear Blake's dad. Let's see here.
Can you hear me? I think they hear me.
It's a little delay, so it takes a few minutes for the chat to come up here. Come on, chat. Come on. Okay, they can hear you now. Oh, fingers crossed. Okay.
All right, great.
This is Blake's dad calling in to the chat, to the room, and
hey,
he was saying,
"Man, yeah, I'm calling in this week because Blake, unfortunately, he tried to burn the house down by burning his Rose Tico figures, so he's grounded this week."
Oh, that little Beavis! Why do you want to burn Rose Tico?
I don't know where he got that idea. I'm not sure. He said there was a bad influence. I don't know.
Man, I did not. I like Rose Tico. He's probably been watching.
We like The Last Jedi too. We love anything Star Wars, but yeah, it's just all in fun.
But, last week he called, and I told him if he emailed me, I'll give him a shirt. But I never heard nothing from him. So I told him to tell you to send me an email. What size?
Oh, he didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard because I didn't say it till after you hung up.
Done.
So, yeah, tell him to go to junkmanmerch.com, pick out a shirt, email me the shirt and the size, and we'll give him one.
Well, that's awesome. I can't thank you enough how gracious you've been. He is thrilled every time he's on the show and has all his buddies listening to the podcast and all of that to hear.
Well, it's fun to get somebody from that point of view because I don't know what he gets out of my videos at that age, but...
Well, he talked, he sees me watching the channel, and I've let him watch, some, of course, age-appropriate ones, and generally it's like Simpsons level, appropriateness, and so it's pretty fun stuff he can watch, and then we've learned a lot about Kenner action figures from watching your channel, and so we've been collecting those along with the modern stuff. I grew up right at the tail end of the Kenner action figure run, and so I hate to admit it, but I was more of a G.I. Joe fan as a kid. I love the Star Wars movies, but the action figures, I was more into G.I. Joe.
No, but I understand that. I never could get into them, but I was always that one person. Like, I wanted one toy line. That's it. I had nothing against
and I had some Star Wars. I had some Kenner. In fact, some of them have stayed over, like my Darth Vader. Blake's been playing with that. I've kept that from when I was a kid. So I had some of them. Usually they were kind of background characters in the G.I. Joe wars that were going on.
You sure this isn't Dave Foley?
Over the years,
Someone said you sound like Dave Foley. I mean, Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni, not Foley.
Oh, well, that's cool. I love Dave Filoni, but no, that's not me. But I did realize, I came to appreciate through your channel just how much G.I. Joe action figures were actually influenced by the Kenner line and how the Kenner Star Wars just changed action figures, pretty much invented action figures. And so the best parts of G.I. Joe were really what they ripped off from Star Wars. And so I've had a lot of fun getting into going back and collecting, trying to complete Kenner figures and sharing that with Blake, and we've really gone big time into Star Wars. So
that's cool. How old is he?
Your show has helped that. Blake just turned 11.
Oh, okay.
Recently.
Call me back when he's 16 and he don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone. I don't care about this stuff, and he's playing some video game that looks horrible.
So if we're talking 80s movies, I don't know if you have time for that still, but
go ahead, throw one out there.
I'm thinking, the biggest 80s movie that I can remember, the biggest to me anyways, was the Michael Keaton Batman.
Ooh, we're on the edge. 89.
The hype for that.
Oh, that hype was huge. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was tremendous hype. I remember I wanted anything that had that Batman logo on it, the cereal, the overpriced magazines at the grocery store, anything that had a glimpse of that 89 Batman movie. And so I just remember like that whole summer, that was just my obsession, was waiting for that film to come out and then finally begging my parents to take me to see it. And I think it was PG-13. And that was pretty edgy for them to take me to that. But, that's my biggest takeaway from 80s.
And that was a big year because you had Last Crusade that year. You had Ghostbusters 2. You had a lot of other stuff that year. But
yes.
Yeah, but I thought I would be in love with Last Crusade because I was an Indiana Jones fan. But that Batmania got me. Once that Batman came out, everything else came second.
Oh yeah, and that's very true because I loved those other franchises as well, and wanted to see them. But that just shows you how big that Batman movie was, that it even overshadowed those legendary franchise.
Right. It was a huge year. Okay, well, I want to thank you for calling and tell Blake to find him a shirt.
All right.
And we'll get him one out there.
Yeah. You want to say hi to Blake?
If he's there, I'll say hey to him.
This is to prove that he's here. He's alive. He's okay.
Hello?
Blake! The great Blake is here. Look, I got his shirt on. I got a shirt with your name on it.
Yeah.
Well, Blake, like I was telling your dad, I'm going to give you a shirt. So go to my junkmanmerch.com, pick out a shirt, and have your dad email me size and which one you want. And we'll get it over to you.
Okay.
Don't get one for your dad.
Okay.
Get one for you.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Blake.
You're welcome.
Bye. That is Blake. Let's see if the next caller can go without any problems. 470-541-2423. My buddy Chris will put that up in the chat in just a second. But some good calls there. Batman. Batmania. Remember Batmania? I know I sure do. Whew. Batmania. Like I said, Last Crusade came out that year. I was like, okay, that's going to be my movie of the year. And I did love it. Don't get me wrong. It came out in May, and then I guess the month later, I'm guessing Batman came out, and it was just like Bat year. Batman, Bat year. Somebody asked me the other day, who's your favorite Batman? And I'm going to have to say it's probably still Michael Keaton. I love those movies. Who's the Dark Knight movies with that one guy? Christian Bale. I love that one. Though Batman was okay. I'll get more in that this weekend. Didn't like Val Kilmer. I thought George Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne. I didn't like him as Batman too much. I didn't like those movies at all. But thinking of an older Bruce Wayne, I really liked Clooney back in the 90s. Clooney was awesome in the 90s. Nothing wrong with Clooney today, but man, the 90s, once he was leaving ER and everything, remember he was in Dusk Till Dawn. We'll do a 90s talk one day. There's some really good movies in the 90s, that's for sure. 470-541-2423 will be the number you call in. You call. Now, you don't have to stick. If you don't want to talk movies, you just want to call up here and talk, you can call up here and talk. But the subject line, the topic is movies. So I want to hear from you. Maybe some movies. Maybe you want to talk about movies in the 80s that you hate that everybody loves. Maybe like everybody loves. I don't know. Let's say Rambo First Blood Part 2. Let's say everybody loves that and you're like, I hate that movie. And to be honest, I went back and watched Rambo First Blood Part 2. It's been a couple years now. A couple years ago, I tried to watch it, and I was like, this is not as good as I remembered. When it came out, I thought it was awesome. I'm embarrassed to say it. But I actually said this to a friend. It's better than the first one. I'm embarrassed to say that. Oh, the Weed in the Garden says The Last Crusade was lame and boring. What the hell? Oh, man, I got a text message right waiting on a call. I'll see what my son wants. Look at here. Here's a TikTok. That is so cool. He's always sending me TikTok videos, and half of them I don't even know how to play them. Okay, we got 40 people in here. No one wants to call in to the show. 470-541-2423 is the number to call. Oh man, oh man, oh man, 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 man. Let's tell Rush you can call in now. I am live. There goes a call. Whew. Let's go. I was sitting to get worried there. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. This is the Junk Man. Thanks for calling to the Junk Room. Who is this?
It's Chris Caldwell.
Chris is saving me. Chris is like, nobody's calling the Junk Man. I got a call. How's it going, Chris?
What's it? It's going good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Hopefully the room can hear you this time. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's aggravating. It'll work one call, then the next call it doesn't work. So let's hope.
Yep. I noticed.
One day I'm going to get through this show. One day without those mess-ups.
Yeah. We're talking some 80s movies. One of the greatest 80s movies that I think is underrated that no one really talks about anymore, The Last Starfighter.
Oh, I love that movie. I haven't seen it in
I
a
thought that
long
was
time.
awesome.
I love The Last Starfighter.
I haven't either, but I love that movie, and you never hear anyone talk about it anymore. And there was rumors of a reboot, a couple of years ago, and then it kind of fizzled out. I would love to see that happen, but I don't think it will.
Oh, it'd be nice to see a sequel, but I think we'll get a reboot.
Oh, yeah.
A sequel.
A sequel would be even better. You're right. A sequel would be even better. But if anything, a reboot would probably be what would happen, because reboots are the thing now.
Yeah,
so.
And I don't think that guy is doing anything. I don't think he's too busy. I haven't seen him in anything.
No, not in a long time.
I can't think of nothing else he was in, now that I think about it. I think he was in with Jaws. I think he was in Jaws 3.
Yeah, I think he was too. Yeah, I think you're right.
In the sun.
I think that's and that was that was a horrible movie.
Yeah, that was. I saw it at the theater. And I loved it. Well, I was just my first 3D movie, and I was like, "This is awesome." When I was a kid. So.
Yeah, there was a lot of movies back then that I thought was awesome, and now that I watch when I grown up, I'm like, why did I like this?
Yeah, there's one movie.
Especially.
Oh, go ahead.
The second Highlander movie. It was so horrible, but as a child, I thought, man, this is so cool. But I watched it a couple of years ago and thought, oh my Lord, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to movies.
I heard it was so bad that it changed the story and everything, so I never watched it.
Yeah, they basically made a third movie, and it was basically like part 2. They just erased what they'd already done. They just kind of swept the sequel, the second one, under the rug, made a third one, and made that part 2.
Yeah, I think didn't the second one. I think they.
But and it was decent. It was just weird stuff. It had Mario Van Peebles in it, and just all this weird sorcery, and it was just really bad, just cheesy, really cheesy.
Hey, Mario Van Peebles was in Jaws 4.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's who it was. No, my chat room told me it wasn't.
The Revenge. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
So we're linking to all the Jaws movies.
Yeah. But yeah, that's another movie I would love to see, like the franchise rebooted, is Highlander.
Yes, this thing is about time. Remember the TV show in the 90s? That was pretty good. That was okay.
Yes.
Before I remember about it.
That TV show was awesome. They kind of corrected some things that the movies kind of, the cheese of the movies, they kind of made up for with the TV show.
Right. And I'll tell you what movie I don't like, and I liked it as a kid, and you probably know what I'm going to say. Spaceballs.
Which one?
Spaceballs.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I never got into Spaceballs.
I liked it when I was little, but I can't even sit through it now. It's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, I love Mel Brooks movies, but that movie, it just, I don't know. I guess it hurt my feelings that it was poking fun at Star Wars.
It just seemed like every other joke was just a pun joke, and it was just the beginning of it was okay, but once they get to the desert planet and meet yogurt, it just becomes
yogurt, Pizza the Hut, and all that. It was just
there's some good jokes in it. I mean, like the alien thing at the end. Some good stuff, but overall, story-wise, ugh.
Yeah. The rest of Mel Brooks movies, the History of the World Part 1, even though they never made a Part 2,
I love that as a kid. I wonder how it is now, because as a kid, I didn't understand half of it.
I actually watched it a few months ago, and it held up great. I mean, it's still as good as it was back then. Yeah. It's still funny.
I watched
Blazing Saddles.
It didn't.
Oh, yeah.
It was maybe because I knew the jokes. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was just not what I thought.
Young Frankenstein.
That's a classic. I like one called High Anxiety. Many people don't talk about that one.
Yeah, High Anxiety was a great movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like his Hitchcock spoof.
Yeah. And there was what was it? Hear no evil, see no evil. What was that? It was
oh yeah, Gene Wilder and
Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
Yes. Yeah. I think Kevin Spacey.
Hear no evil, see no evil, something like that.
Let me know in the chat. I think
Mel Brooks movies were great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could never Spaceballs. I just couldn't do it.
No.
Still can't do it.
I try to get my kids to watch it, and about 10 minutes in, they're both like, "Can we turn this off?" I was like, "Please turn it off."
Yeah, I understand why.
I don't know. But, oh, well, I want to thank you for calling in.
Yeah,
you got something
I'll
else.
holler at you later, brother.
Okay, later.
All right, see you, buddy.
That is monitor Chris Cladwell. Puts his last name. I ain't trying to dox him. He's got his name in the chat and everything. Like Left Coast Graphics is in here. I was telling my Echo Base buddies the other day. I think that's who I was talking to up at the con in Nashville. And I said, wherever you go to a live stream, Left Coast Graphic is there. In fact, I saw him put something on TikTok today. I usually don't check TikTok. I checked some Star Wars, like, I don't know what exactly it was, pins or art or something. I really liked it, though. I was like, I got to go back and check that out. Check out Left Coast Graphics if you hadn't. Let's take another call here, and hopefully you will hear it. This is Junkman. Who's calling into the junk room?
DW.
DW? How's it going, DW?
Yeah. Pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Doing good. What's on your mind tonight?
I just happen to know you got a pretty cool looking Toys R Us back there.
Thank you. Check out the live channel. I've got a video where I talk about it, show it off. So you want to see it. Lights up and everything. So one of my viewers sent that to me. It was pretty cool, ain't it?
I'm the one that made it.
Oh, well, shit! I'm sitting here telling y'all about it. I didn't realize. Yeah, DW. God, good thing I didn't say nothing bad about it.
No, I just thought I'd call and mess with you.
Hey, you could sell those. I tell you, you could make them and put them on a toy show. You would blow up because everybody's like, "How can I get one?"
Yeah, I make all kinds of different dioramas and I try to sell them on Instagram, but
you should be able to. Well, if you want to sell one of these, you make one, hit me up, and I guarantee I can sell it for you.
yeah, it's kind of hard to replicate the same thing over the exact same way, but
and then it probably gets boring too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could mass produce them, but
yeah,
right. But I like having. I don't want everybody to have one. It's kind of nice. I have it, and everybody wants it. So.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about it. No one else is going to have the exact same thing. I think there's other people that have made them out there, but they've kind of like made them like abandoned, sort of looking, but I wanted to make one exactly how I remembered it.
Yes.
When I was a kid.
And that looks like the one I had in my hometown, kind of. It was set up like that before they redid it anyway. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I saw one probably about 5 years ago. Somebody made one out of plastic, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But you got a movie on your mind tonight?
No, not really.
No, okay. Well, you don't have to stick to topic.
Was watching you, but other than a favorite movie, Star Wars, best movie ever.
Whoa, I haven't seen that. I have to check that out. Is it good?
Or Star Wars?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Is it good?
Well, yeah, it's awesome. It's the best movie ever.
I'll just check that out. Star what?
Wars. Star Wars.
Is it better than Star Trek?
Yeah, it's definitely better than Star Trek.
Oh, I have to check that out. I've never heard of it. I'll write it down right now. Star Wars. I'll look for that. Maybe I can find it on Crackle.
Right. Well, there you go.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you.
All right, man. You have a good one.
You too. There we go. Another satisfied call. That's DW who sent me I was sitting there telling him all about it. He's like, I made it for you, idiot. Good thing I didn't say, yeah, some stupid guy sent me that. Good thing I didn't. I wouldn't say that because it's pretty awesome. People always ask about it. I had to work into the junk room. Now my buddy Bruce Jenner. No, not Bruce Jenner. That's the athlete. Bruce. Oh man, what's his name? Now I feel stupid. Left Coast Graphics can tell me. Bruce. It's not Kenner. It's not Jenner, is it? Anyway, he sent me a homemade boar's nest from Dukes of Hazzard. I got to show that one soon. I think I've showed it online. Let's take this phone call. This is the Junk Man. Who's calling into the junk room?
Junk Man, it's Spoon Lee. What's happening?
Spoon Lee is calling back again. How's it going, Spoon?
Absolutely fantastic. I'm glad we have an opportunity to talk about 80s movies tonight, because I want to talk about one of the best movies ever made. It was a brilliant piece of cinema starring Gregory Hines and Mikhail Baryshnikov called White Nights.
I'm glad you said that, because I almost said Eagle Knights. White Nights. My sister loved that movie.
Not only that, but let's talk about other great movies of the 80s. We have that. We have The Beastmaster.
Yes.
Mark Singer.
Mark Singer was great in the 80s.
He was the man for about 20 minutes in the 80s between the Beastmaster and V.
Yes.
And now he has moved on to better things in his life, which is signing autographs at cons.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw him at a Dragon Con a few years ago.
No doubt. Lost Boys. Absolutely fantastic movie of the 80s.
You know, I've never seen Lost Boys.
Give it a watch. Great movie. Movie I didn't like from the 80s. I'm going to catch a lot of flack from this. E.T. Didn't care for it. Still don't care for E.T.
E.T. It doesn't hold up too good. It's okay for one viewing, but it doesn't have that. You know, it's not something I just love. But if you have a kid, I would watch it with a kid or something.
We have showed it to the kids. My son, who's 13, who is a uber nerd like I am, raising him up right, was not impressed with E.T.
Yeah.
However, he is impressed with Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. So.
I've never seen Evil Dead either. Russ is going to kill me.
Oh. All right. So you got some watching to do. You need to watch Lost Boys and Evil Dead 2.
Yes, Lost Boys. I've always wanted it. Just one of the things. I never got around to seeing. Not that I didn't want to see it.
But we had a wealth of great movies in the 80s. Besides White Nights, we had Last Crusade, Empire Strikes Back, just powerhouse movies. It was a great time to be alive. Turning 50, can't grow a ponytail, not going to buy a motorcycle, so I'm just going to sit here and collect action figures and talk about movies.
There you go. That's the best thing to do.
What was your number one movie of the 80s?
Number one, I can't do number one. It would have to be either Empire or Raiders. I go back and forth. Them are two perfect movies that I can't find any flaws with. As Empire and Raiders.
Raiders is perfect.
Yes.
Raiders and Empire are perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Well, carry on, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the memories alive, because most of us are getting old enough now that we forget everything.
Well, that's always my goal, that you'll say, I forgot about that, or I didn't know that. That's my two goals.
Junkman is the cure for Alzheimer's right now.
Well, it's been really good when we're in our 90s and we all forget this stuff. We can go back and watch my videos and be like, oh, okay.
Hey, real quick, though, I need you to back me on this. You go to the store, you buy pull-ups for kids and diapers for kids, and they've got cartoon characters on there, right?
Yeah.
They got Dora the Explorer. They got, Muppet Babies. We're getting older. We're going to be in diapers, too. Where's our A-Team adult diapers?
Yes.
Where's our Chips adult diapers? Dukes of Hazzard. This is wrong. We need to start a Kickstarter and get this rolling.
There we go. We need some adult pens with, franchises on them. We need Back to the Future diapers.
Would you not feel better as an older man pissing yourself wearing the General Lee on your drawers?
I think I would have to buy movies and stuff I hate. That way I could feel happy shitting on it.
Well,
like Golden Girl. I would get Golden Girl diapers just so I can shit on it, still get his face.
I was about to say Golden Girl. Oh, man, I think we're on to something here.
Yes.
We'll put the Kickstarter, the GoFundMe, the whatever we got to do up there, Cash App. We'll beg for a nickel or two. So
that sounds good. That sounds like a plan.
All right, man. Take the next caller. Have a great night. Keep doing what you're doing.
Well, thanks for calling. That was Spoonie. I always call him Spoonie Love from up above. I just like saying that. Did someone say Big Trouble in Little China? No one's brought that up yet. That is a great movie. Just they don't make movies like that anymore. Like Big Trouble. It's just silly fun. If they made Big Trouble in Little China today, there would be 20 YouTube videos within the weekend it comes out. This is stupid because it's just it's what's so good about it is that it's so stupid. Oh, there's a sound bite. There's a sound. Oh, yeah, it is. I know what you're talking about. It is. Evil Dead 2 is a must. I can't believe I've never seen Evil Dead movies. I can't believe it. I've never seen any of them. Beastmaster, yes, that was on HBO. Yeah, HBO. Oh, hey, Beast. It was on all the time. My granddad used to watch it with me. I only saw the first one. I think there's the sequels. Never cared about seeing them. Whoa, hating on E.T. E.T. just, you know, Back to the Future, people still talk about love today. Star Wars, Raiders, Ghostbusters. E.T., even if it was a huge hit and a big thing, you just don't really hear. Maybe because they didn't do a sequel, so it kind of faded away. Which is, I'm glad Spielberg didn't do a sequel. I don't know why he didn't, you know, he ran Jaws into the ground, or allowed the studio to run Jaws into the ground. Poltergeist, he was a producer of it, ran it into the ground. Jurassic Park ran into the ground. Hopefully not Indiana Jones, but let's see here. But let's take this call right here. This is Junkman. Who's calling into the junk room?
Junkman, this is Sith Critic. How you doing today?
Sith Critic. It can't be a call-in show without Sith Critic. How's it going?
I like that. The Junk and Sith show. That's coming soon.
That would be
good,
man.
Good. I'm doing fine. Happy Wednesday to you. So, on topic of 80s movies, got a question for you. What is a movie from the 80s you wish you saw on the theater but didn't?
Ooh. That's going to take me a minute. I didn't see. I think, top of my head, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Where?
I saw 2 and 3 at the theater. One, I waited till it was on VHS.
Right.
Rented it.
That's a good one. I was very lucky to see a lot of good movies in the theater back in the day. I remember I saw They Live in the theater, which was a rare thing because I was about maybe 11 years old or so, maybe 12 years old at best when I saw that. And yeah, that's one you just can't take that away from me. I saw They Live in the theater. No one knew about it. There wasn't a lot of talk or momentum with that movie, but it was John Carpenter, and I said it's got to be good because it has Roddy Piper. It's got to be, you know. I was like right in that age group with the WWF was in its heyday, so yeah, that was one I did get to see. One that I didn't get to see that I kind of really wish I did, and I probably would have been too young anyway, and this is a rare gem, and I know you know this one, Junkman. It's Night of the Comet.
Love Night of the Comet. Love that movie. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Isn't that a good movie?
I don't think most of us saw it at the theater. It was one of them HBO movies.
Oh, is that why? Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't. I think that's where most people found it. I don't think it did good at the theater, but I think once it came to video and HBO, I think that's where most of us discovered it.
Right. Well, I do remember I had a couple of near misses. When I was 6 years old, I got to see Raiders of the Lost Ark in the theater. And I saw a lot of my movies in the summertime with my, I stayed at my grandmother's beach house, and I saw them with my aunt and her sisters, right? And we saw, well, first of all, one of our friends up the street came raving one day, oh, you got to see this movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. You'll never believe it. A guy's face melts on the screen. And we said, no way. And they go, yeah, they show everything. And so we were all excited, me and my brother. We go and we see, we go to my aunt's and we go, we got to see this movie this weekend. We got to see it this weekend. You know, someone's face melts off. And then they hear that and they go, well, we're not going to take you to see that then. I said, no, it's okay. It's PG. It's okay. We're just kidding. And, of course, sure enough, someone's face melts off. But, oh, man, what a great movie. Almost didn't get to see it because I opened my stupid big mouth. And
good thing they didn't hear that somebody's head explodes and the other one sinks in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's a great one to see in the theater, though. I might have been a little bit too young, though. 6 years old, now that I think of it. But, you know. It was the 80s.
Yes.
There was no PG-13 back then, so.
Yeah, Raiders ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I think CGO can handle that. But.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, it was
depends
a
on
little
the
gory
6-year-old.
at the end, but
yeah.
Yeah, it was a little gory at the end, but great movie. Yeah, Night of the Comet, man. If people out in chat haven't seen that, please go find a copy somehow. Watch it. It's an underrated gem. It holds up still. It's a great taste of the 80s. Everything you love about the 80s is in it. Video games and punk rock and zombies and apocalypse, right?
Yes, it's awesome. And I had a crush on that girl. I can't think of her name right now. I know she's got 3 names. She was also in Last Starfighter.
All right, like Mary something Stewart.
Yeah, Catherine Stewart, maybe.
Is it Mary Catherine Stewart?
Yeah.
I don't know, that's a stretch. I can't remember.
I can't remember. I remember I remember it was an M and an S. I remember the initials. But yeah, she was awesome.
And one more quick one that I saw in the theater that is super underrated, no one talks about enough, is Cloak and Dagger.
I saw that one in the. I don't remember much about it, but I was like, it's got Daphne Coleman in it. I'm seeing it.
Daphne Coleman, yeah, and of course Elliot from E.T., right?
Yes, the E.T. kid.
Yeah. Now that is a killer movie. Yeah, that's a good one. If people haven't seen that, go find that. That's a great 80s movie.
Yes, I can't remember. I get it and the Flight of the Navigator mixed up. I don't know why.
I think it's the same actor, and maybe that's why.
I can't remember if it's the
Flight of
E.T. kid or
Navigator
not.
was decent too.
Yeah, they came out around the same time or something, but I always get. Wait, which one was that? It takes me a few minutes. I haven't seen either one of those in years.
Flight of the Navigator?
Yeah, I hadn't seen either one of those movies since they came out.
Yeah, it's the kid that kind of runs away and he finds a spaceship out in the woods and he gets inside and it takes him off and when he returns home, everyone else has grown up and he's still the same age and he doesn't realize why everyone's, how long he's been gone for.
That's right. Yeah, I can barely remember it. There's another movie that I wish I saw and I almost got to see. I just thought about it because my friend across the street wanted me to go, and I didn't go because I don't know what I was doing that day. He wanted to go see Mac and Me.
Oh boy, well we're a little bit too old for that one, Junkman. I mean, you're turning 50. I'm not far behind you. I think that was somewhat. We're a little too old for that one. I think we are. You had it. If we were 5 years younger, maybe.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not seeing this crap.
Yeah. I mean, we saw movies like killer movies in the 70s, and you know what I mean. So we're at that great age. I saw Black Hole in the theater. 1979.
Oh,
it's not 80s. It's a little off topic, but still great movie.
Yes, definitely. Okay, we got anything else?
Good, man. I'm good. Talk to you later.
Okay, thanks for calling. There we go. We're going to take probably about maybe time for 2 more callers. All depends on how long the calls are. The phone number is 470-541-2423. See, once we get one call, it starts steadily coming in there. There was another rip-off Star Wars movie I almost went to see. Yeah, but it didn't play in our town. Star Laser, what was it? It's like 78, 79. Remember the guy's face turned green. It had a trailer that was a rip-off of the Star Wars trailer. Y'all let me know in the chat. It was late 70s there. Okay, this is the junk room. Who's calling into the junk room?
This is Nolan.
Nolan, how's it going tonight, Nolan?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing good. What's on your mind?
Well, first off, I'm a huge fan of your channel. I've been following you for years now. I was thinking about the movies from the 80s, and I looked this up just to make sure that it was actually an 80s movie. But Christmas Vacation from 1989.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was right. I was thinking that was 80s or 90s. You're right at the end. That was a good.
Yeah.
That one took a long time to get the love. When it came out, people were like, "Oh, it's not as good as the original," and it took a while for it to get that love that it's getting now.
It did. I mean, my father and I, we quote it not only Christmas time, but we've seen it so many times. We quote it all year long.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had to watch it at Christmas time, and I didn't like European Vacation, so it was definitely a step up from that.
Oh yeah, first one was good.
Love the
Definitely
first
good
one.
With them going to Wally World. And
Yeah, the first one was
Vegas was
classic.
alright.
Oh, the first one, they got everything. It was just like everybody's family could relate to that one, so they got that one just right.
Yep.
And I think
But,
Christmas Vacation is like
yeah,
that too, where you can really relate to everybody in it.
Yeah, especially when you actually have all your family over for Christmas. You can definitely relate to all the shenanigans that would happen.
Yeah, and it
I'm not
changes
sure
when you
about-
get older. You're seeing it now as the father type, so you probably can get another laugh at it that way
Yeah.
too. You see it a whole different light.
Of course, I'm not sure about how I can relate about getting locked in the basement. I mean, the attic. I mean, yeah. But, yeah.
I would want to get locked in the basement now if all my family was over. I'd be like, lock me up here. Give me some quiet.
So yeah, that was the movie I can think of. But I also wanted to say a couple things.
Okay.
First off, when you were talking about earlier about the adult diapers or the adult pants,
Yes.
it got me thinking about the Flintstones vitamins they still make.
Oh,
And how much you want to bet that none of these kids know who the Flintstones are anymore?
That is true. They're probably like, what is these vitamins? I didn't even know they still made them. Man, I used to eat them things by the handful.
I know. I see those when I go in the store. I'm like, God, they still make them out of the Flintstones. Half these kids probably don't even know who Fred is.
Yeah, they just think, hey, that's that vitamin guy. That's that doctor that sells me vitamins.
Yeah. And then I haven't heard about this in a while, but how did your son's back surgery go?
Very good. Actually, he's going to Atlanta tomorrow for his yearly checkup. But, I mean, after 3 or 4 months, he was not even that long. He's back to his old self. So he's been really good. He's taller. He's about taller than me now, so that straightened him up. But he hasn't had any problems. So I expect tomorrow when he goes, everything's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, when I subscribed to your channel, that's kind of around the time that you started saying that in the videos, and I haven't heard about it, so I just want to see how he was doing. So.
Thanks for asking. Yeah, but he's doing really good. No problems at all.
That's good. So, all right. Well, thank you for letting me come on the show. It was. I'm kind of just smiling like the Joker here because I'm excited that I actually got to talk to you.
Well, call back next Wednesday. You can talk to me again.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
All right. Bye.
Somebody said Brian Mushkouch, and however you say it. That was another satisfied caller right there. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. I think we got time for one more caller if somebody calls. 470-541-2423. We're talking 80s movies. Ones you love, ones you hate, one maybe you didn't see. You're like, I never saw that. There were some movies I never saw because it wasn't on HBO. There's some movies I only saw because it's on HBO all the time. Like I mentioned in a video earlier today, the Big Red One. I watched it because Mark Hamill was in it, but that thing came on every day on HBO. Remember how exciting HBO was? Remember that? HBO. When there was a new movie coming on HBO, man, you was so excited. I can remember the HBO guide on the back of it. February, Star Wars is coming to HBO, and I would look at the back of that. I could not wait. It was like next month, February 1983. Yeah, I got that synced in my head. I remember that. Oh, so I got to see that, man. I got to see that. Gotta see it. Oh, man, got to see it. 470-541-2423. Who wants to end the show with a call tonight? If we can't get a last caller, then I'll just make it. Oh, here we go. Last caller of the night. I told Russ to call in. He didn't call in.
Call from
Felix.
Uh-oh. I didn't have you muted.
To accept, press 1.
I pressed
To
one
send
already.
a voicemail, press
Stupid
2.
thing. This is Junk Room. Who's calling into the Junk Room?
Hey, Junk Man, it's Felix.
How's it going, Felix?
It's going good. How you doing, Junk Man?
Doing good. What's on your mind tonight?
I was thinking about 80s movies because I was born in the 90s myself. But I know 80s movies, everybody always gushes over them and talks about how great they are. But I must say, there were some great movies that came out in the 80s.
Yes. I think most of my favorite movies are in the 90s, though, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but 90s were good too. 90s were good too. But we're talking.
Yeah, every decade's got its good movies.
Yes. So what did you like in the 80s that you've seen?
So, one I think is overrated, but I do think it's good, is Ghostbusters.
I didn't see Ghostbusters till about a year and a half ago. Well, I've seen it, but I never sat down and watched it as an adult. And I was like you, I was like, okay, it's okay, but I don't see all the hype. Maybe I just waited too long till I watched it.
It's overrated. It's good. It's good. It really is good, but
yeah, I think if I watched it as a kid, I would have that factor into it. But now as an adult, I'm like, it was okay.
Yeah. Back to the Future, though, is one I love from the 80s, which I think Back to the Future Part 3 is from the 90s, right? It's like 91 or something like that.
I think it's I think it might have been It might have been 89 or 90. I think because it came out. One came out at Christmas, and then that summer, this Part 3 came out. So, but which one's your favorite Back to the Future?
Great movies. Probably the first one.
Yeah,
the second one and the third one is good as well.
I went back and
third one gets kind of a bad rep.
Third one I think I like better. As a kid, I didn't like the third one as much, but I think I like it better now. But I went back and watched Back to the Future 2, and that whole future at the beginning, it's kind of hard to get through. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it can drag a little bit.
Yeah, with the whole you're a chicken and you're fired, and the fax machine and the dad upside down, and I was just like this. Let's get on with it. Let's get back. Once he goes back to the 50s, it goes back to where the times changed. I like it a little better. So yeah,
that's always fun.
Yeah, but Back to the Future is good.
But I think the 80s was really a great decade for horror movies.
Oh, of course.
I mean, you had like Evil Dead, and you had like all the slasher movies. Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street, all that good stuff.
Yeah, Halloween. I know started. Halloween started in the 70s.
Well, that was 79 technically.
Yeah, but
I think.
It came.
Still, you had
came of age in the 80s, they could say. It became
in the 80s. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, yeah. I mean, the 80s were a great decade for horror movies and really for movies in general. I mean, as much as I know people kind of like try to, bow down to the 80s, it really was a great time for movies.
It was a good Hollywood popcorn era for movies. Like I said, I like the 90s, but most of my 90s stuff are like independent films, like Quentin Tarantino type movies or something, or Kevin Smith. But 80s,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, 80s is
90s was more. Yeah, 90s was more like you had like Clerks and things like that were like a little more kind of independent, kind of smaller budget kind of stuff,
Yeah, you had the independent.
Even Scream was like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, but 80s is pure popcorn summer classic movies.
Yep. And that's like why the shows like what's the show? Stranger Things, they're always playing all homages to the 80s and stuff.
Yeah, 80s is really hot right now. But
it is. I wonder because I was a 90s kid. I can't wait for the 90s to be the big mainstream thing in the future, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in about 10 years it will be, if that long. It's going to be all the 90s. Because all the 90 kids are going to grow up and start making their stuff, and they're going to want to sit in the 90s. Yeah.
Right. Everybody talks about the 80s cartoons too, Ninja Turtles, He-Man, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the 90s, Hey Arnold and Doug and, whatever.
Yeah. My son had a party at his school thing, and it was just 90s day, and I was like, what? People, I don't even know how they dress like the 90s. I figured that I still dress like the 90s, I think. But I guess it was flannel shirts, I guess. And that's all I could think of was flannel shirts. That grunge look, the only look I could come up with.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, have we gotten that old where the 90s?
That's what I would think.
Yeah. But, my daughter had an early 2000s party one time where they had to dress up like the early 2000s. Oh, my God,
already? God damn.
I was like, what? Has styles changed that much since the early 2000s? Yeah.
I know, we're that old.
Yeah.
I just turned 30. I didn't even know I was that goddamn old yet.
I thought I got clothes in my closet probably that's from that time period. I don't have to dress up like them.
Goodness.
Good time. Okay, well, anything
all right,
else?
Junk Man. No, man. Just glad to talk to you, man.
Okay.
Had a lot of fun.
Thanks. Bye. Well, that was the last call of the night. I'm going to close this down so you can close them calls all out. Did anyone else who grew up in the 80s feel disappointed by the cartoons of it? Yes, we all did. We didn't care about Rugrats. You know why? Cartoons in the 90s became Nickelodeon. There were some good cartoons, don't get me wrong, but that Saturday morning feel was gone. At least I thought. Maybe it's because I was older. That Saturday morning, wake up, you only had 3 channels, and all 3 of them had cartoons until 11 o'clock, and they slowed you into live action kids shows and then slid you into the news and everything. I don't know what came on between 1 and prime time, but yeah, I mean, you had a lot of classic. You just had silly classic cartoons. Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe we'll talk cartoons. 80s cartoons will probably be the topic next week. Well, I want to thank Henry, KJ, Chris, Henry, Michael, Peter, Indiana, Smith. Peter, I said that one. I said a lot of those weird, fantastic toy adventures is here. I want to thank all of you that called in. Don't forget, this Sunday, this will be edited, put up on the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Amazon, Spotify. I don't know. Whatever you get your podcast, you can find it there. If you can't, let me know, and I'll get it on there. Yeah, Chris mentioned Beavis and Butthead. What a great show. I love Beavis and Butthead. I guess that's it. We've talked 80s movies. Next week, probably going to be cartoons, unless I forget by then and make up a new topic. But we don't always have to stick to topic. You just guys call in, keep the show rolling. That's what I need you guys to make this a success. So share the podcast. Tell people about the new. It's no longer the Action Figure Show call-in show. It's now the Gen X Basement call-in talk show. So hopefully you enjoy the new format or the new topics. And until the next video, we'll talk again. I don't have an outro. I still don't have an outro. So we'll play this. And I guess that's, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to play. But thanks. We'll talk again. No, I didn't mean to hit that. Get out of my hair. I didn't mean to hit that, sorry. No, I didn't mean to hit that either. What am I waiting for? There we go. I got to change that. We're not the Action Figure Call-In Show podcast anymore. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys all for the... I didn't get no super chats, but I was just about to say super chat. Thank you guys. Don't forget, you can see edited podcast this Sunday night, 10 o'clock. Party on.